You want your outfits to go from this to this using only items that you have in your closet. Well, then you need to watch this video. What is going on, everyone? It is Abraham Garcia from Dress to Impress. Hopefully you guys are all having an amazing day. And I get it. Oftentimes when you're on a budget, you're gonna gravitate towards the cheaper clothing. It is what it is, but that doesn't mean that you have to look like a bum. So what I really want to do in today's video is teach you guys how you can look good in cheap clothing and even look good in the clothing that you already have in your closet. Now, if that sounds interesting, let's get right into this video. Okay, so the first tip that I have for you guys, and by far my favorite, is that you want to get your clothing tailored. This is especially beneficial to all you guys who have items in your closet that might not fit the best. And as a general rule of thumb, when it comes to tailoring your clothing, you want to get the fit that, fits as close to you as possible, whether that be slim, straight, taper, whatever the case may be. You want the actual pant to fit as well around the seat as possible, because this will reduce the amount of alterations that you need. The more you increase your alterations, the more that the pant will actually tend to look a little unnatural. So find what fits you, and then just hem the bottom of the pant. A simple hem can cost you around $7, so definitely a good investment to do with the pants that you already have. The second tip that I have for you guys is that you want to gravitate towards darker colors when you're buying clothing. A simple formula for looking good in cheaper clothing is that you want it to be as simple as possible, as well fitting as possible, and go for darker colors, because darker colors just give an illusion of higher quality. I don't know why this rule only applies to darker colors, maybe because they just seem a little more elegant, but as a general rule, gravitate towards darker colors. So go for your blacks, your navies, things of that nature. You can even go for white as well, and certain neutrals. The next tip that I have for you guys is that you want to be washing your clothing properly. You can actually look at how to wash your clothing properly in the little tags inside your clothing. Yeah, that actually has a purpose. It tells you how to properly wash that garment. So here's a little guide for you guys as to what the symbols actually mean. But as a general rule of thumb, for pretty much all clothing, is just remember one simple rule, and that's you want to stay away from heat as much as possible. So, always wash with cold water and dry on the lowest setting as possible. And as always, wash with light colors. So wash darks with darks and lights with lights. The next tip that I have for you guys is that you never want to wear the clothing wrinkled. Do I need to say more? This rule is, generally accepted to do when you're wearing cheap clothing and expensive clothing. But with more expensive sort of performance clothing that I see nowadays, they often come with a wrinkle-resistant feature, which you can kind of get away with not ironing the garment at that point. But now with cheap clothing, you always need to have it nice and ironed. So please do us all a favor and invest in a steam iron. Not only is this going to make the clothing look more presentable, but it's also going to get rid of any funky smells that it has and get rid of any excess bacteria. This next tip is actually going to be very beneficial to all you guys with a big closet, and it's that you want to declutter your closet essentially. If you have a closet that's just flooded with clothing that is not going to make you look any better, you're going to be more inclined to wear the garment overall, and you're going to be walking around knowing that you're wearing a garment that makes you look unstylish. So do yourself a favor, get rid of that clothing, donate it, do whatever you can with it. Just get it out of your closet so that you can only wear the pieces that are going to make you look as good as possible. Some items in your closet just can't be saved. They're either too worn out, too washed out, whatever the case may be. So tailoring them and taking good care of them just isn't going to make any logical sense. This next tip is actually a favorite of many style influencers out there. And that's to wear and add jewelry to your outfits. Now, when you're going for cheaper clothing, you're typically going to go for the more simpler outfits, nicely fitted jeans and t-shirts, but that really gets kind of boring. So what jewelry does, jewelry will actually add complexity to your outfit. Now, when it comes to what I would recommend when shopping on a budget, if you're on the bare minimum side of things, I recommend going for a simple necklace. You can find really good ones for under $30. Of course, jewelry is one of the best things to invest in your style, so feel free to actually invest more in this because it's going to last you a while. You can also wear yourself a nice watch, a nice bracelet, maybe some rings, and you're just going to look on point when it comes to your outfits. The final tip that I have for you guys is that you want to prioritize your health. Not only is clothing going to fit you better, but your confidence is going to go way up knowing that those pants are fitting a little looser, that t-shirt a little tighter. It's just going to make you feel a lot better overall. This has got to be one of the best style tips of all time, and it's just going to be very beneficial for you in the long run. Well guys, that's all for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel because we're going to be having a lot more content here in the future. And feel free to click on this video right around here. Definitely something good for you guys. But until next time everyone, this has been Dress to Impress. See you guys in the next one.